We're going to have a little bit of a pregame show, just a little bit of a pregame show, a little bit over 5 minutes actually. And we'll see if we can find this video on my iPad, which we like to do so that we can keep up on comments. And this is Easter Monday, and so far it's not showing up there. Let me refresh this. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see here. Okay, there she blows finally. Okay. Oh, we're going to have to restart. We're going to have to restart because we've got the chipmunk voice, so stand by for a restart.
All right, we are starting again, and we'll see what happens this time. So we did have the chipmunk voice, and we're going to see when we get the restart here as to whether or not the voice is fixed. So there was the chipmunk voice, and there's the restart. And there we're restarting. And let's see. Okay, it's fixed. All right, so it is fixed. And I know some of y'all said that you love the chipmunk voice, but it does get irritating after about a minute or so, trust me. It gets old pretty quick. Okay, so a couple of guesses why I'm wearing my purple shirt again. I wore it a few days ago. And I wonder if anybody can guess in the chat why I'm wearing the purple shirt. Now, one reason is because it was very warm today, so it's kind of warm in here. So especially with the lights I have and everything, polo shirt is more comfortable. But there's a reason why I'm wearing the purple shirt. And maybe somebody can guess in the chat why I'm wearing it. And it's actually a washed out purple because this is an old shirt. But it was pretty much purple. And it might be because of the color balance on the cameras, it might not be coming across as the actual color that it is, unfortunately. That is an issue. Okay, so let's see. Could do the whole show in the chipmunk voice. I did one for a while one time, and it did get irritating to people. David's in the house. He says better. You're a fan of Prince. No, that's not it. That's close, but that's not it. Sound like a pixie when I had the chipmunk voice. I've heard Sweden had a unique way of handling coronavirus pandemic. How are they doing it? Well, they had very little in the way of lockdown or shutdown of anything. They just used some common sense and advised, I think, some people that are at risk to kind of self-quarantine and maybe like have people sit a little further apart in restaurants and things like that. Just some common sense stuff. And turns out that that their death rate isn't any higher than anywhere else. So imagine that. Imagine a little bit of common sense and not destroying an economy and having that work. But the heavy hand of government wants to get in and really, really make things happen, right? The jackbooted thugs. Brianna, yes, that's it. Brianna is supposed to be a guest today. She said she's going to call in. And so in honoring Brianna, I'm wearing the purple shirt. Our Wags guessed it. Purple shirt equals Easter because it is Easter and that is the Christian color of resurrection. Well, that's good then. We got a double whammy. Double reason. Faded blue shirt means Craig is signifying that he's an exiled royalty. There you go. Hi, Craig from Naples. Wishing you the best during this time. Absolutely. Naples is gorgeous. You know, I've spent a lot of time in Sarasota, and I also like Naples. Let's see here. Hello from Panama. Carlos is in the house. We're going to talk about gold, yellow gold watches. Even though Carlos has a white gold day-date, we're going to talk about yellow gold today. Brianna would not be impressed by the chipmunk voice. I think she might like it. She's got a pretty good sense of humor. So, broke down and bought a gorgeous 20-year safe queen from one wonderful merchant from Georgia. 18-karat gold day-date present, black dial. Oh, have you already received it? Please email us a photo. This is what we're talking about today. Email us a photo at my name, CraigShipp@gmail.com. CraigShipp@gmail.com. And I would love to show off your Rolex. Is it a 6-digit Rolex? 20-year safe queen, 20 years old. It's probably the 6-digit one. It's probably the 6-digit one and before the clasp change that they did. It's probably got the solid center links, but it's got the clasp that's like the 18238 clasp, be my guess, if that would date that. Don't let the dog man see you in that shirt. Nice, fine, loppy, perfect dial configuration. Yeah, I would love to see a picture. Picture. Hey, picture or it didn't happen. Pictures or it didn't happen. Okay, we're making some progress today. And David Williams, I wore my purple Lacoste shirt this weekend for the same reason, lint. There you go. Okay. I have a purple Lacoste one somewhere, but I just don't know where it is right now. Absolutely, give me a minute. 18239. Oh, what's an 18239? I know what an 18238 is. What's an 18239? Do tell. Email. It's my name, CraigShipp, CraigShipp @gmail.com. @gmail.com. Craig, didn't the 118238 come out in 2000, or was it later? It came out in 2000, about, I would say, May or so of 2000. And then I think it was around 2004 that they changed the clasp to the beak style clasp. I think that's the time frame on those things. And so it was in the safe longer than 20 years. If it was if it's a pre-6 digit, it would date from the year 2000, and that would be, 21 years old now. So yeah, close. All right, 18239 is a white gold day-date. Oh, okay, white gold. Okay, gotcha. That's not the way you should have gone. You should have gone yellow. Come on, people. Why are you buying white? Especially the older white gold ones, where the white gold might actually rub off. So, yeah. Bioserve says, Austin Daniels just made a video about how a viewer had a bad experience with a $1,500 Seiko. He should have gone for GS. Oh, yeah. Buy Grand Seiko. Absolutely. Chi-Town was faster. Craig, what do you think of the day-dates with the oyster bracelets and the smooth bezels? I wouldn't go there. That would be a no-fly zone for me. I don't see any reason to do that. Okay, let's see here. Let's pull up Chrono 24 and see what they have in stock right now. Oyster Jubilee or President, what's the best bracelet? Well, I mean, I'd definitely get the President bracelet on a day-date. Absolutely. No question about that. That's a fantastic bracelet. Of course, on a date just, you'd want the Jubilee. Those would be the ways that I would go. My mistake, 2018 23. Well, I think you meant to put a 9 where the I is. We'll wait till we get the pictures, and we'll look at the pictures, absolutely. The Mighty Rat, been listening to a watch influencer for a few weeks now, knows everything about the brands, the fits, the models, and has the lingo. This week, he bought his first luxury watch for himself. Oh, no. Oh, that's sad. Okay. All right, let's see what Chrono 24 has right now. David Williams is in the house. Generally, I prefer Oyster, Jubilee, okay as well. David Williams. Okay, let's see what day-date. Rolex Day-Date. And we're just going to go with day-date search right now off the top of our head, and see what we've got here floating about. Okay. And, oh, they've got different categories, I guess. So you can click on Day-Date 40 from 28,000. Wow, that's the cheapest Day-Date 40. That's interesting. Day-Date 36 from 6,000. Of course, the $6,000 one probably does not have a bracelet. But let's see what they've got with the 36. Let's just see here. And let's sort by price, low to high. Let's go low to high. Oh, okay. It looks like they didn't sort it properly. These websites really are terrible. If you figure it, they are terrible. Now here's a day-date. Here's an 1803. This is interesting, with a strap, of course, for $5,600. It's probably pretty rough. And there's one for $5,800. 1978. That would probably be an 1803. Let's look at that one just for fun. Let's look at that one. And, oh good, they've got multiple photos. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on. Lousy photos. I mean, if that's the watch, it's not hateful. It's not, doesn't look like overly polished. It's got some wear on the bezel, which is normal for one that old. I'm not a fan of not having the bracelet, but still, that's a deal, right? That's a deal. So, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got here. Bunch of them on straps, of course, when you get in the lower price point. Yeah, bunch of them on straps. That one's kind of interesting. So see, you can get the lighter color dial when you get up a little bit in price. Here's a 1803. I kind of like that dial on that one. Let's take a look at that one. That's a nice dial. I like that dial. No flies on that. Let's go full screen on that. Let's take a look here. Get the mouse off of it. Put that on a nice alligator strap. It's got the Rolex buckle. That's a good plus, if that's a real legit Rolex buckle. That would look pretty cool on an alligator strap. What do you guys think about that? Let me catch up on the chat. Oh boy, a lot of chat here for me to catch up on. Okay, here we go. My mistake, 2008. Okay, we read that. Been listening. Okay, I read that. ID guy generally prefer Orso. Okay, don't you think the Sky Dweller is more modern and better than a Day-Date? I would pass on the Sky Dweller. I think it's a little bit busy, and I think it's a little bit too thick. Yeah, I would pass on the Sky Dweller. I see no reason to go there. Hard to believe a year 2000 is 20-year-old vintage. There you go. ID Guy's channel is outstanding. There you go, David, in the house. Since the 002 is unattainable, would you ever consider the Omega DeVille Tresor and have money left over to buy one Bitcoin? We looked at some Omegas, and some of those are interesting, but I have not given up on the 002 yet. I have not given up on the 002. I am patient. I have patience. And by the way, if you own Bitcoin, you also have to be patient. There are a lot of weak hands that over the years have sold their Bitcoin at various times because they were impatient. And most of those people that have sold their Bitcoin at various times have lived to regret it. So it does pay to be patient, to have some patience. So we'll see what happens with the 002 here going forward. Cheetown's in the house. A big storm is coming through here right now. Cheetown says, I have a bunch of respect for ID Guy. He bought his first luxury watch because he loved it, not because someone told him he could make money off of it. Time check. There's a time check real quick on a 005 Stunner. 005 Stunner. How do you feel about Day-Date Oyster Quartz Solid Yellow Gold? See, this is the thing. I don't like the integrated bracelet on those. I'm not a fan of integrated bracelets, period. So I would pass on that. Carlos is in the house. I would not say any of the bracelet style is best. I would say that each one matches the style of the watch. Yeah, but you can get on a Datejust, you can get a Jubilee or an Oyster. I mean, they'll both work fine, but I just think the Jubilee is a much better move. I've worn both, I've owned both, and I would absolutely go with the Jubilee every time. Much more comfortable on wrist, in my opinion. Leon's in the house. I was tempted to get a yellow gold Rolex about 6 years ago when I had my 1995 Caddy DeVille, but I would have needed a tracksuit and a gold chain and say, I can't pronounce that, but all the time, like a New York mafioso. Actually, I've seen a lot of well-dressed businessmen wear day-dates, and successful businessmen wear day-dates. And so, yeah, I would say what you're talking about is the exception, not the rule. I think most people that wear day-dates are fairly well-dressed and, for the most part, successful. I love the 57 Trilogy Omegas, except for the Railmaster, because it just looks like the Seamaster without the bezel. Okay. Let's see. Stig says, Mighty Rat, Sweden got off late, and they are doing well as we in Denmark, but there is a violent fight going on between the politicians. Okay. Day dates are also go good with Stetson hat, a big belt buckle, and white convertible Cadillac with steer horns on it. A day date actually goes good in any environment. That's the beauty of a day date, is it is extremely versatile watch. I mean, extremely versatile. You could wear that with jeans or with anything, right? Now, I would not have that strap on it. I would definitely have probably an alligator strap. Slightly more elegant strap, but either way, you could wear that watch any which way you want. Very extremely versatile and extremely rugged, assuming it's in good shape. One problem with buying an old watch like that is you might fall into that trick bag where you're going to have to get that puppy serviced, and that ain't going to be cheap. I can tell you that right now. When Rolex sees a day-date come in, they're going to hit you with a bit of a fee. Let's see. And they're probably going to want to like replace the crown and all kinds of things, right? To guarantee that it's waterproof. So you might have to make a judgment call on some of that kind of stuff, right? Some of the optional things. David Williams in the house, and it just jumped on me. Oh, I've seen pictures of a vintage yellow gold Submariner with President bracelet. Was that? Wow, that's interesting. I haven't seen that. What sort of violent fight? I heard the Submaster with the President, the Submariner with the President bracelet was made for the Mexican market. Oh, okay. You serve that looks good. I do not mind the 1803 on straps. Bracelet would be better. David Williams in the house. Joey says, if you buy a day date like one you're showing, Chrono 24, with no bracelet, what do you think Rolex would charge for President bracelet? Oh my gosh, it wouldn't be worth even thinking about that. You're better off just sell the watch and buy one with the bracelet. The bracelet would be cost prohibitive, very expensive if you bought it from Rolex. There are some aftermarket President bracelets that supposedly some of them are pretty good, but I don't know enough about that whole deal to know enough about all that. The Mighty Rat, 1911 on the money. Okay. Day-Date really is a one-and-done gold watch. Looks equally good on bracelets as it does on straps. Cheetown. People give the Yachtmaster 2 a rough ride, but I really think the hard-boiled egg timer complication, I really like the, okay. Yeah, I would just go with the Yachtmaster. I'd skip the Yachtmaster 2. Let's see. Beer serve. Date just looks good on a strap, but Day-Date should always be on the bracelet. I would rather have it on the President bracelet myself, but it can fly on the strap too. I think it can. Let's see. Durr in the house. Dang, late to the party. Sorry, guys. I hope we aren't wrapping it up yet. No. We're not wrapping anything up. And Steve might call in, and the lovely Brianna might call in. Let's go back to the search here and see. Let's find some day dates. Let's get up in the price range a little bit and see if we can find some with the bracelet. Let's go on up here. My computer's a little bit slow on the uptake here, but it is 10 years old after all. The one that I'm showing these pictures on. All these have straps, all these cheaper ones. Or I should use the term more affordable. None of them are cheap. I don't consider 7,000 cheap. I consider it more affordable. Let's see where we're going to get to where we start getting to bracelets. Wow, there is no shortage of day-dates on straps. I wonder what people did with all the bracelets. I guess they sold off the bracelet at some point, or they got totally worn out and melted it down for the gold. Now here's one. Here's a bark finished. It's probably an 1807, and there's another one next to it. There's two. Those are both bark finished. And that one on the left, the 8150 on the left, looks like it's got a lot of bracelet stretch. The one on the right there, maybe a little bit less bracelet stretch. But both of those look a little bit long in the tooth. Let's keep going. I'm pretty much of the mindset that you probably have to get over 10,000 to get to something that is really decent. So now there's one with a Jubilee, and the Jubilee looks like it's got a lot of stretch. We're not even going to look at that. We're not going to look at any junkers. Now here's one for 8,800 that doesn't look hateful. Let's take a look at this one for 8,800 with a bracelet. It does not look hateful so far. Let's see what the photos look like. Oh, a lot of photos. That's a good sign. Okay. Looks good there. Oh, it's got, I guess that's Spanish. Is that Spanish? Italian? I don't know. I'm not up on all these hipster things. I do like the 60 in red, and I like the red at the 15-minute intervals. That's kind of cool. It doesn't look like it has a horrendous amount of stretch, but it's hard to tell from these photos, of course. But it's not hateful so far. Not hateful at all. Oh, I love the conventional clasp. I love that. That might be holding the price back. I love the conventional clasp with the micro adjustments. My first 1803 had that clasp. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's hip. I like it. Everybody likes the hidden clasp bracelet, of course, right? But I do like the conventional clasp also. See, that's probably why you're getting it for less money. So yeah, that's all of them. That's interesting. That is interesting. That's interesting, folks. All right, let's catch back up on the Omega Pi Pan constellation. Looks just as nice. Okay. Chi-Town, a few years ago, there was an increasing stream of immigrants from the Middle East, and now everybody is blaming one another for not having stopped it in time. Okay. Did Lamont get his dad's day-date yet? Wasn't there an American politician that beat another one with a cane back in the day? Yes, there was. Yes, the Sauri man who has to do the dirty work wears the Submariner, but the boss wears the day-date. There you go. I've worn the Steel Sport Stunners for more than 40 years, but enjoy my Datejust 41 on Jubilee as much as anything I've ever worn due to comfort. There you go. I don't blame you. Chi-Town, I heard stories about how Malmo has been experiencing violent crime problems. Love that Jubilee. Rolex policy is to hit you for the crown replacement on all models at service. Mighty rat. Yeah, especially on a gold one, they're going to try to replace that and the threaded portion. Are you considering buying Brianna a luxury watch? Sure, absolutely. Always considering something like that. Stu's in the house. Maybe she'll be in here in a little while. You can ask her, and maybe somebody else will step up before me and buy her a nice watch. That's always a possibility. There's competition out there now. is a good time to communicate with a watch dealer. Nothing is going on, so a lot of questions can be answered. Don't underestimate the importance of a good business relationship. There you go. And research and getting information. Absolutely. The day date on the strap is real classy. I prefer over the bracelet. Kevin, well, you've got a lot of choices there. There's a lot of them available on straps. Okay, 2 emails sent. Let's pull this up. Pull these puppies up. Here we go. Oh, whoa, whoa. Back up the truck. Back up the truck. Okay, well, that watch is yellow gold. That one's yellow gold in the foreground. Yes, that is stunning. Stunning. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's go back and see if we got a better, closer shot of that watch. Let's check this other email. We don't need the box. We don't need watch boxes. We don't care about watch boxes on this channel. We just need the watch. Here's the watch. Here's some closer shots of the watch. Here we go. And as a matter of fact, let me... that is a stunner. That is a stunner. Yeah, you might want to just get rid of those other watches in that box and just wear that. That might be the way to go there. Look at that. Look at that stunning hidden class bracelet. Stunner alert on the channel. Stunner alert. Look at the condition of that puppy. Yeah, that's yellow gold. That's not white gold. That's the way to go. That's a stunner. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow on that. How do you follow that puppy up? Wow. Okay, let's see. Okay. 5K plus for a Rolex President from Rolex. Oh my gosh, if you bought the bracelet, the President bracelet from Rolex, it'd probably be 10 or 15,000 at least. I can't imagine it being, it's about half the price of the watch is the bracelet. It's going to be probably 10 or 15 grand, would be my guess. G-Town's in the house. Speaking of purple and lavender, my scent of the day is David off Cool Water. Okay. Okay. 20-year safe queen. CEO stored it, bought it Christmas Eve. There you go. 18238. Yeah, that's a stunner. That's a stunner. Stunner alert. Stunner alert on the 18238. Wow. And let us know how you found it. How'd you find that puppy? That was a good find. Craig, if I were to buy a lightly used 18238, how many years could I expect to wear the watch before stretching becomes a problem? Well, I had mine for almost 20 years and it was still fine. So it might depend on how well you take care of it, how well you fit it to your wrist. I mean, there might be some other variables, but I think they're going to hold up real good. I think it'll hold up for a long time, to answer your question. I don't see any reason why it won't. So, yeah. Stig, in the UK, we just opted out of that debate, okay? Bark finish day dates look like they went through the wood chipper. I think they actually look pretty cool. They've grown on me. I think they look pretty cool. I would consider a mint condition one. But again, I'm a bigger fan of the 18238. I think there were enough improvements on the 18238 with the double quick set and all that I think I would go that route if I were to get another day-date. Let's see, Joey's in the house. Maybe when gold hits 2K an ounce, they sold their bracelets. Yeah, but there isn't that much gold in those. That's a Spanish day wheel. Okay, only day dates worth having, in my opinion, are 118, 238s with the modern clasp, and you can't touch them in good condition right now under 20. Yeah, but the problem is I don't like the all-polished case. I don't think they look as good as the 18238, and they're not as comfortable on wrist. So there's a couple of downsides to those watches, and I think they might be a little bit thicker, too. So, yeah, I'm not so sure about all that. I think maybe the 18238 might still be the way to go there. you should look at them both very closely before you decide. Let's see. The guy that runs Undone Watches is a pro at fixing stretch bracelets. There you go. Yeah, there are some people that do a good job at that stuff. Okay, so there's some more pics. Some more pictures. Pictures, everyone. No, I don't see any new pictures. Not yet. Okay. I like the Roman numerals on the day-date. See, yeah, I'm not a big fan of those because they don't balance well. I'd rather have just the hashes or whatever you call them. Because the Roman numerals, some are wider and some are not. To me, it just doesn't have the right look to it. And of course, there's no loom when you go that direction. My choice would be Romans for day-date and sticks for day-date 36. I love the deconstructed Romans on the 40, not as much the classic ones on the 36. Yeah. Yeah, I would go with just the hash marks myself, and I like to have the loom. Cheetown's in the house. I think I prefer... Oh, lovely Bree is calling. Let me see if I can answer on the computer. Hold on one second, Bree. I'm making you full screen, and I got to get my headset here. Headset. And by the way, I'm wearing purple, honoring you.
I see. Thank you.
There you go. All right. Okay, so I asked you to help us with the arm exercises. Today is your arms day.
It is.
But I do also want to say something. I watched your video the other day when you were doing arms, and I want you to do a set of the arms. Can you do a set for us? And then I'm gonna give you a little bit of a critique.
Sure.
So stand up and do one set, and then I'll give you a couple of observations.
These are 10s.
10 pounds, okay. All right.
So the arm curls.
Okay, so you are alternating now, but in your video, you did both at the same time.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, and see how you're swinging your back a little bit when you're doing that? How your back is moving a little bit back and forth? See, that's what makes it harder when you're doing 2. If you're going to do 2, you definitely want to focus on keeping that back from swinging. And also, you want to go slower, Bree. Bring that up and down slower so that your muscle has time to work. Even slow it down even more than that. Nice and slow. Slowly up and down. Slow, and just do one with each arm. Do one with one arm, and then do the other arm. You feel that? You feel that how much strain that's putting on you when you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. That's the difference.
Thank you.
So you don't want to, you can sit back down. You don't want to swing those weights, because if you're kind of swinging the weights, that's taking away the work from the muscle that you're isolating, right? And so, but generally speaking, that's good. You're doing a very good.
And I do feel the strength.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And you're definitely doing a very good job focusing on this and doing this regularly. You know, the more data that keeps coming in on COVID-19, the more we're seeing that the people that are susceptible to this are people that have been making bad life choices over the years. They've been eating poorly. They haven't been exercising. They've been smoking. They've been drinking. All different kinds of things that have resulted in them being more vulnerable to this thing. So it's very good to see that you're making smart, healthy life choices, because that
and I will keep doing it.
Yeah, because that's going to help you throughout your entire lifetime. Okay, so how do if folks want to help support your content creation, how can they connect with you? How can they follow you?
So in the description, there's always my link to my website.
Okay, in the description of this video, absolutely.
Yeah, refitdance.com.
Okay,
And you can find all the links to all my platforms
okay.
and especially Patreon.
Yeah, yeah, guys, come on, come on. We've got 50 people watching right now. Somebody can go to briefitdance.com and sign up and become a Patreon. It costs as little as $5 a month to be a Patreon and help support the lovely Brianna. You got any content
Yeah.
coming up this week? Any live shows or anything this week?
Well, no live shows on YouTube, but
Some
I am
videos.
planning on doing some more Instagram live videos.
Okay, good, good.
So, but I am going to upload another YouTube video sometime this week. So
Okay,
stay tuned.
okay. We will do it. All right. Are you going to hang out in the chat a little bit longer?
Sure.
Oh, hang out just another minute here. Let's see if anybody has any questions for Bree. Anybody have any questions for Bree? Somebody asked a question earlier. They asked me if I was going to get you a nice watch. And I
Okay.
said that's a possibility at some point, but I said it's also possible that somebody else will beat me to it and we'll get a nice watch for you. You know,
Yeah,
if somebody else steps up, right?
everything's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody steps up. Okay, so let me know if there are any other questions. Put them in the chat, because otherwise we're going to let Bree go, and this is your chance. Every time what happens is you leave, and then they put a question in the chat right after you left, right?
Right. Yeah.
So let's see here. Let's see, 5K. Okay. Currently wearing a Trident II Seiko. Somebody. Okay, I'm just catching up on the comments here real quick. Let's see. Did Biggie have a day date? I guess probably. Let's see here. I'm just going through here to see if there's anything we need to address. 18238 has the old clasp and hollow center links. I wouldn't go anywhere in 18238. It holds up pretty good. I had one for 20 years. They hold up fine, and the old clasp works fine. So you're hearing a lot of wives' tales around the internet about how fragile some of these older day-dates are, and some of these older sport watches with the stamped clasps and all. They work fine. They hold up fine. You get one that's in good shape and you don't abuse it, they're pretty good. So don't believe a lot of the things that you hear and see on the internet. Bree needs some yellow gold dumbbells, stunners. Wow, if you had gold dumbbells that size, that would be heavy. That would be heavy,
Yeah.
because gold is heavy. You think you could curl them if those were solid gold?
Yeah. It would be heavier than my
You'd
10
you'd
pound.
you'd try, right? Okay. Slower reps are harder to do, but don't cause damage to your quick twitch muscles. There you go. All right, Cheat Town coming in with some information. And somebody says, "What's going on here?" It's a live show, is what it is. Okay. The Paracord 550 arrived today. The wrist rig is in motion. Okay. A solid gold Rolex on wrist would probably build better biceps than 10-pound dumbbells. That's why Clive is the most paranoid about COVID-19, because he has pre-existing conditions. Okay. Sex and drugs and sausage rolls. Some interesting research to report are SBGA407 Skyflake, Blue Snowflake on Chrono 24 listed, none in the US, one on eBay. Okay. Brianna should go on AC3 live show for publicity. She hasn't been invited. If he invited her, she probably would.
Is that another channel?
Yeah, you'd go on, right? If he invited you. He gets a lot of viewers. So Durr's in the house. I can't believe Rachel Smith has 5 kids. Can we take a time machine back in time before the kids and before the husband so I can put a ring on her hand
Oh my
first?
gosh.
Yeah, you missed out on that one. That's another one you missed out on. She's stunning, isn't she, Bree? And to have
Yeah, she
5
does not look
kids?
like she has 5 kids.
Yeah.
She's
Bree should do a live stream tonight. Well, she's not, unfortunately. She's here right now with you right now, so better say hi right now. Craig, step up and get her a Calatrava. A Calatrava. That's a Patek. We've looked at some Calatravas before. You like them? Carlos, yesterday when I saw your hair and the T-shirt, the first thing that came into my head was, okay. And she's a moneymaker. Okay. What's good, Craig? Brent says, what does Bree think of Delphine?
Delphi?
Do you know who that is?
No, but I have heard of her. I think she's a YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure what she does.
Okay. And David says RE SBGN005 on Chrono 24, 10 listed, only 1 in the USA, on eBay 0 in the US, 13 Japan, that's it. Supplies are starting to dry up on some of these Grand Seikos, absolutely. The supplies are starting to get tight. About to go shoot some arrows in preparation for the coming riots, says Brent. I think someone wanted to send Bree a quartz Tissot. Crappy watch, yeah, he did. I track reliable sources that I build relationships with, and this was an impromptu find. Oh, good. I dealt with owner's daughter and dad. Honestly, amazing people. They sent all original box and papers and swag and link. Cool. Good move. Yeah, that was a good find, that Rolex. And Joey's in the house. Just give Bree the keys to your house and access to your Bitcoin, says Joey. She already has access to my Bitcoin. If something happens to me, she's going to take care of them. And she said she will never spend them. Will you ever spend the Bitcoin? Will you ever sell them?
No, I won't sell.
There you go. Bree's not going to sell Bitcoin for nothing. She's got a strong hand. Show us your strong hand again. There you go. Bree's no joke. All right. Well, that's all we got for you. I'm going to let you go. And thank you very much for popping in.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's always fun to have you. And folks,
And always stay safe.
BreeFitDance.com,
And
folks.
and active.
BreeFitDance.com. And sign up and support her. Thanks again, Bree.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. There you go. It's just that easy to call in. It's that easy to call in live to the show. We do have a couple of more pictures here. Give me a moment here, and I'll pull them up. I will pull them up. Dun, 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 dun. Look at this. Stunner alert. Stunner alert. You're telling me that you'd go with anything other than yellow gold? What are people thinking? What are they thinking? We've got a stunner alert. Stunner alert. I think it's just the way the light is hitting it that it doesn't look very legible. I think it looks more legible in real life, I hope. And look at the condition of that. Look at the condition of that. And yeah, he's going to be able to wear that literally for decades. That thing's going to be fine. He's not going to have any issues there. Let me decline that. I don't know what that was. Look at that. Talk about a stunner alert. He's got somebody in the background on the toilet, though. I don't know about that. Okay. All right. So let's go back here. That's a first. Okay. Here's another one. Here's a link. Somebody sent a link. A link. Wow, look at how much that is. That's Canadian, though, right? What's 20,000? Is that 20,000 Canadian? Is that what they're saying there? So this one's a full kit. This is a 18238 full kit. Mine didn't come with that brown box. I don't know. That's interesting. Must be in an older one. because they made the 18238 for quite a number of years. Mine was at the tail end of the period. Photos are not very good. It is dinged up, you know, fairly good. It's definitely been around the horn a little bit. Yeah, look at that ding on the case there. Yeah, that one's been. This guy's got a fair amount of bracelet issues too. That one's been around the horn a little bit. Around the horn. Okay. Okay, I read that. Today I am in I want to be sedated mode. Carlos. David Williams, I love that blue dial hand-wound watch. It's a beauty. There you go. Yep. Bree on AC3 Live would be a one-off show. Cheetown. Do you think that they would be nasty to her? They'd be like really nasty. They probably would. They're a pretty nasty group. They don't know how to act around a lady. So yeah, that could be a train wreck. Clive Watch Wrangler, aka Neil and Bob. You got to get Brianna connected to Archie. Craig, ask Bree. Belle Delphine sells her bath water. What do you think of her making money on bath water? You should have put the question in the chat earlier. We'd have done it while Bree was on here, but she's gone later, Bree. Craig, I sent you a link to a Day-Date 36 stunner. Is that the one that we just looked at? That one's a little bit beat up. That one's a little bit rough. Let's see. Thank you, Bree. Your face is nicer than Craig's. Yeah, I guess so. Yellow, gold, black Day-Date, and no date 14060M Submariner. Meal deal, hunger buster. There you go. Carlos, FMD, what a photo. Okay. Lady Branna, your English is as lovely as your face. I say this as a foreigner from Europe. There you go. Stig in the house. I think that rose gold or white gold go better with paler skin. No, it's always the way to go is always yellow gold. Always yellow gold. Never anything else. Yes, always yellow gold. $20,000 Canadian, around $5,000 American, I believe. Yeah, that's probably about right for that watch because that watch is pretty rough. Sent more great pics of want to post. Okay, let me see what we got here. Let me see what we got. What we got. The heck is this? All right, let's close this out. Let's close the rough one out. And let's go back here. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Okay, so we've probably seen them. You can buy a classy Day-Date, but a Day-Date can't always buy you class. Yeah, you've got to have the rest of the package to go with it. You got to dress nice. You got to, carry yourself decently. You got to act with a little bit of class and style, a little bit. And, yeah, exactly. You can't just be a total jerk. The Day-Date isn't gonna help with that nonsense. 18 karat. I guess you meant gold. Goes great with any skin tone. Exactly. A no stainless steel watch, including a 60K Patek 5712, will ever impress anyone. Yellow gold all the way. David Lee calling it the way it is. Absolutely. Why would anybody be impressed by a steel watch? Why would they? A steel watch is simply a watch for function and for a tool watch, something to be used. It's not going to be a power watch. It's not going to impress somebody. You want a power watch, get something that's solid 18 karat yellow gold. A Day-Date will work. I haven't seen it in person yet. Let me issue a qualifier, but this 002, the SBGY002, SBGY002, I think would do the trick. That would be a power watch, definitely. A Patek, a decent Patek would be a power watch. An 18 karat yellow gold, not white gold or platinum, because they're not going to know what the heck it is. So yeah, that's the way you want to go. Let's see. Happy Easter Monday to all. Thurston Howe the Third. Then spray on tan will do the trick. Hi, old friend Thomas Burnett from the mother country. There you go. And here's the thing. So, more and more data is trickling out that this total like shutdown of the U.S. economy and to some extent the world economy is a total fiasco, a total freaking fiasco. All we had to do was take normal precautions that people would take, for the flu or whatever, and people that are susceptible kind of self-quarantine and be careful and take risks that they want to take, right? I mean, it's up to them if they want to take risks. But this heavy-handed, just shutting everything down and telling people to shelter in place. I mean, are you kidding me? But anyway, it is what it is. That ship has sailed, and it is going to get this economy. I think is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And I'm talking a lot worse. I'm really concerned with the way where things are headed. SBGY002 Stunner, yes. 1960s 18 karat Seamaster DeVille. Yeah, there's been some decent looking Omega, gold Omegas over the years. I'm just kind of like not really interested in wearing just a super old watch, wearing a vintage watch like every day. I mean, I'm over that. I'm not really. Of course, I never did it. All the watches I wore were at the most 10 years old. Like when I bought my Day-Date, my 1803, that was a 1966 model, and that was about 1980. So it was like 14 years old, and that was considered old. I mean, that was an old watch at the time, and I got a good deal on it. Had a fair amount of bracelet stretch, but it was fine. It still looked great on wrist. I mean, I wore it for a couple of years. But I wouldn't really be interested in wearing like a 50-year-old watch at this point. I just don't think that I would, because I want to be able to go in the water. I want to be able to just not worry about it and stuff like that. And an older watch like that, I think I'd kind of worry about it. Let's see, Carlos, at least I have one watch with Craig's seal of approval. I like most of your watches, Carlos. I just personally wouldn't have bought the white gold for the Day-Date, but I understand your reasons for doing it, that you're going dicey areas and you don't want to advertise that you've got a gold Day-Date on, and so you went under the radar with a white gold. I understand that. I get it. It just wouldn't be the way I would go, but it's still a super cool watch, and I've said so many times when you've had it on the channel here. It's a gorgeous freaking piece. Use the Swedish approach. Yeah, absolutely. Carlos, it's hard to get, because the stats are showing that they haven't had any higher death rates than any of the other countries in Europe, that they're about in line with all the countries that took draconian steps to lock everybody down, that there's no real difference. So yeah. Here's the thing. There's a lot of unknowns with this thing. But when you have unknowns, like you have a lot of unknowns over here for one decision, and then you have a lot of knowns here. To me, I go with the known things. The thing we know is shutting down the economy is horrific, has horrific results. We know that. Not shutting it down, we're not sure. The jury's still out. We're not sure about that. That's an unknown. So therefore, I would err on the side of what we know is going to be extremely detrimental is shutting down the whole freaking economy. We know that's going to be catastrophic, right? So I would not do that. Not do it. Let's see. Any thought on the GS SLGH002? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check this puppy out. Wow. That's a pricey puppy. Look at that pricey puppy. $43,000. It's pretty cool looking, but my guess is it's going to be a little bit thick because it's a high beat. Let's see what the dimensions are of this puppy. Oh, it's 11.7 mils thick. It's not bad. Anything under 12 mils you can absolutely use as a dress watch. Yeah, I mean, that is amazing. I mean, but that's a lot of money. I mean, my gosh, it's a gorgeous piece, but I would definitely buy the 002, the other 002. I would buy, where is it? I would buy that puppy first and save a bunch of money and have a spring drive, for gosh sakes. And it's thinner. It's 10 mils, 10.2 mils, so it's thinner. So yeah, that's the deal on that. Let's see. I am okay. Oops, Craig, didn't realize that I was just sitting only. Okay. Day-Date looks great on wrist. Rachel Smith looks amazing on arm. I guess she does. Yeah. Let's see. Ceramic Pepsi is a power watch. Not really. Not really. Nobody's going to know what that is. It's a sport watch. It's a good heavy use sport watch, but it's not a power watch. No. I think I have the most locked down prize too. Okay. We're pretty locked down here in Maryland. Wags, thank you. I shall be at your service. By the way, the name Stig means the wanderer, just as Craig does every day. There you go. Sent very legible pics of folks' older dials. Okay, let's look and see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's more legible in that picture, how the gold is picking up the light. But again, I mean, this even illustrates, even if you get a black dial, because the hands are relatively thin and all, you're not going to get anywhere near the legibility of, for example, this watch, that you can literally read from, like, you know, any angle and any lighting. It's not the same thing. And I feel like even if I went to something with a black dial like that with more contrast, that I still would be disappointed with the legibility of it with my older eyes. So that's the issue that I have with going back to a day-date. That plus, of course, the accuracy issue. But that is a stunner. I mean, that is absolutely a stunner. Stunner alert on the channel. Let's see here. Wags. Okay, I read that. Kyle Jet, I take the day-date over that watch. Day-date, you mean over the 002? Yeah, for an all-arounder, heavy-use watch, absolutely. It's hard to beat the day-date, Kyle. Yep, I wouldn't have worn them for 40 years if that wasn't the case. And Lobster, cent. Okay. Wags, I agree with Der Stiefel. How about Rachel Skype in to one of your live streams to talk about real estate, etc.? Well, she does her own live streams. Hopefully, we're going to get her to do more. Hopefully, she'll do one this week. She did one last week, so you guys need to chime in. And, you know, she was sitting there, you know, there's only like 8 people watching or something. I mean, what in the heck? I mean, I would much rather watch Rachel than watch me. I don't understand, you guys. If there's 40 people watching me, why would there only be 8 people watching her? That's ridiculous, okay? When she does a live stream, you guys should be all over that, I would think. Let's see, the Pepsi ceramic steel GMT is a power watch to the people who know exactly what it is. Otherwise, a yellow gold day-date has much more punch. Exactly, and not that many people in the real world know what the Pepsi ceramic, what it is, or could care what it is. Most people in the real world, right? They don't know. And it's a good-looking watch. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's you know, but I wouldn't pay anywhere near over. I wouldn't pay over list for it. Not in a million years. Let's see here. Whatever Rachel is selling, I'm buying. Now that's a stunner. Why do you think the SLGH is so expensive? I have no idea. Maybe it's just very limited production. I don't know. Some of these watches with very low production numbers, you know, that they can't justify, you know, a lower price. That is the only thing I can think of. But yeah, it's up there. Look at your inbox. Oh, is there another one in the inbox? Let's see if there's another one in here. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything else in here. Let's see. Thank you, Stig and Carlos. Briefit Dance is in the house. Talk about stunning. I wouldn't mind going on a day date, afternoon date, or evening date with Rachel. Any date would be smart. She's married, Dirk. Come on. She's married. Craig, Rachel does her streams during the day. Most of us are working. Okay, our wags in the house. All right, I'll have to tell her to try to do a stream later. That's a good point. That's a very good point. But hopefully there's some people in Europe that would not be working at that time, right? That's later in the day in Europe. Let's see. Thoughts on Platinum Day-Date 36. They're very interesting, but again, if you want a power watch, you want to go 18 karat yellow gold. The Platinum is, I'm sure, going to hold up really well. That's tough stuff, and it's going to be heavy on your wrist if you really like that. If you really like a heavy feeling watch, then yeah, that would be the way to go. But no, I would go with the 18 karat yellow gold. Gotcha. Did research on the SLGH, only 100 pieces made. Yeah, so that could be part of the reason there. Some of those watches, you know, when you only make a very limited number, right, you don't get the economies of scale. Yeah, I'm checking my email again, and I'm just not seeing anything here. Okay. All right. All right. So, let's see. I think we're caught up. Let's go back. Did I close? Where's Chrono? Yeah, here's Chrono 24. Let's go back and see if there's anything else here that looks really interesting on Chrono 24. Give me a moment here, and then I will cut to it and show you on the screen here. Oh, interesting. I actually like the one on the right there with that, whatever you call that dial with the vertical lines on it. I like that one. Let's keep going here. And there's an 1803 with a bracelet. And there's a day-date Florentine 18 karat gold bracelet. And that's not a president bracelet, by the way. They say presidential. That's a Jubilee on that one right there. I don't know if that's factory where they made it that textured, but I probably would pass on that. And there's this one's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and tag that just because we can. And close that. Okay. Let's keep looking here. Here's one in the box. Here's one in the box. Private seller. I kind of like seeing a private seller sometimes. That's encouraging sometimes. So let's see what we've got on this one. It's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, there aren't very many close-up pictures. But day-date, I mean, you get the idea that day-date, really the condition is the key. And if you can find one that is really in sweet condition, yeah, that's the way to go. Do you like the new thicker bracelet on the new day-date 36? I don't know if it's actually thicker. I know it's got solid, all the links are solid, and it's got the ceramic and the link, the center link, to keep it from wearing, but is it actually thicker? In other words, does it sit out from your wrist more? If it does, to me that would be a downside, but I'm not so sure that that's the case. Tapestry dial, there you go. Legibility is everything. I like my Submariner a lot, but the maxi case is a drag. You mean the super case? Yeah, I don't like the super case. I hope they fix that. I hope they fix that on the next model. You got enough tabs open in your browser? Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane how many tabs. And it's insane that it will run that many tabs, because Chrome is known to be a memory hog anyway, and it's pretty insane that my 10-year-old MacBook Pro will even run that many tabs. But, you know, a lot of these are things that we've been talking about. Let's go through the tabs here real quick. We talked about that piece. Of course, the day dates. We talked about that piece yesterday, I believe. That stunner, Grand Seiko stunner. Speaking of limited editions, that's limited to 1,500 pieces. We talked about that stunner. We talked about, what is this? Yeah, we talked about these stunners. This was the 60th anniversary stunners. And what's this one? And we talked about the ladies' Rolexes. I'm going to close that tab for now. Let's see what's in this one. Yeah, that's the 60th anniversary stunners. Let's see what this one is. And that's the same thing. So we'll leave these up for now just because we've been referring to them fairly regularly. And that one I can close. Don't really need that one. What's this one? And that, okay, we already saw that. Okay, and here's next one. Yeah, we can close that for now. That was another, but that one's rose gold, I believe. And what's this? We'll leave that. Here's another another gold piece. This is the piece that's less expensive than the 002. But I like having the power reserve on the back and the full-size second hand. And that's why I'm shying away from that particular model. But that particular model is pretty interesting too. And remember, all of these Grand Seikos look much better in real life than they do in these renderings. This is a rendering here. This isn't even a photo. I mean, it's ridiculous that they can't get decent photos to put on the website. Doesn't somebody have a camera in Japan? Don't they make cameras in Japan, don't they? Let's see. Good to see that we can talk about day dates today. We've been talking about them a lot today. When it comes to gold, thicker is better. Give me the gold. Give me all the gold. Dur in the house. Emmy, it's wider, not thicker. What do you mean? You mean this direction? I doubt that. I doubt that it's any wider. I don't know, because I think the space between the lugs is the same, isn't it? On a 36-day date? I think it's always been the same. So I'm not so sure about that information. When buying older day-dates, make sure to ask the seller if the bracelet is original Rolex, as several I have looked at from Italy have aftermarket bracelets. Yeah, exactly. There are a bunch of aftermarket bracelets going around. It's like anything else. If you can buy an original owner watch that's unmonkeyed with and that is complete and that they have full documentation on and that's in great shape, you know, like a Safe Queen, like the one we showed earlier, that's always the best bet. Craig, you aren't going to buy a used day-date, though, are you? No, I seriously doubt it, because I don't think I would wear it, and I don't buy watches that I wouldn't wear. 36 millimeter bracelet is wider all the way around. It used to go smaller as you get to the clasp. Tapers. My guess is it still tapers. I seriously doubt they would have gotten rid of the taper, because I think that would look funny. Are you sure that they got rid of the taper? I doubt that. They seem like they look like they're the same to me. I don't think they changed any of that. We were all waiting for you to take the trip to the AD with Bree. Well, the AD is closed. It's closed, Derek. You keep asking the same thing over and over again. The situation has not changed. The AD is closed. And try on the 2020 model. There are no 2020 models. Rolex has not released any 2020 models. Where are you getting your information, Derek? Wow, you're getting some bad information. Sent you most. I enjoy your forum. Love the camaraderie, and we have similar tastes. Thank you, Craig. So you sent me another email? Let me look. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other emails. I am done on emails. Done on emails. Oh, wait, we didn't go through the rest of the tabs, did we? Let's see what's in this tab. It is a good idea for me to do some tab maintenance. Oh my gosh, this one was a Tudor. Holy, oh jeez, are you kidding me? A freaking Tudor in that tab. Of course we're going to close that tab out. What a joke. There's a Patek. There's a Patek. We'll keep that tab open. I think that's the one that Carlos has, the 5196J. That's a stunner alert. Stunner alert. Okay, what's this one? Oh my gosh, Tudors. Yeah, we'll close that tab. And the heck were we thinking? What's this one? Oh, this is that one that's still being auctioned. Oh, it's sold. So it sold for $13.50. That one that we had an eye on, that Omega Bond watch. Let's go to this one. What's this? Oh, look at this Patek. Stunner alert.
Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a
Stunner
favor
alert.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really
Stunner
appreciate
alert.
it, and I promise to update daily.
All right, we'll keep that tab open. We'll keep that tab open for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's another. There's that stunner. The 007, we can close that out. We don't need that. We did plenty of shows on that piece. Let's see what else we got here. Chrono 24. Yeah, there's that watch that we just saw in the video on Chrono 24. We'll keep that tab. Let's see what's in this tab. Oh, there's a Patek stunner, like Carlos had. There's the one. That's the one I like with the crown guards. That is a cool watch. That's a cool watch. The 5127J. That is a cool piece. Cool piece. Stunner alert. Okay. Let's see here. I got lucky with my pawn shop Datejust complete papers. There you go. Tim in the house. Hold on a minute. I need to empty the bins. The Day-Date 40 and 36 millimeter new model. The bracelets do not taper. Well, that would be a fail. in my opinion. I don't understand why they would do that. Now, I will say that my 005, that one does not have a tapering bracelet, and at that price point, I'm okay with it. But I just think it looks a little better with a slight taper, not a lot of taper, but I just think it looks a little better with a slight taper. I think it looks classy. So yeah, no, that's another reason. Then I would go with the 18238. Yeah, 18238 or 118238, the 6-digit. I just don't like the polished case on that one. I like the brushed on the top on the 18238. I think it looks a little bit classier. Durs in the house. The new Omega Seamaster Pro 300M Bond watch is going for just under $4K on Joama Shop right now. A total steal. Now, is that with the titanium bracelet though? Because they sell it both ways. I wouldn't want it without the titanium bracelet. But yeah, if that's complete, a complete kit with both bracelets, I would grab that, Dur. You should grab that puppy. That's an Archie luxury watch. Arnold in the house. And Trashy Larry says, how are you boys doing today? And Loppy Lobster, okay, sent a few more. White gold Patek 5107 Calatrava's Sun. No, I would pass on the white gold. That would be not the way to go. You would want to go with the yellow gold on that. White gold, there's no reason to do that. No reason whatsoever. Not a valid situation. And speaking of yellow gold, here you go. There's a few more pictures of the Stunner. Stunner alert in the house. Stunner alert. Yeah, that's a good-looking piece. I'll tell you what. That's a good-looking piece, folks. And see the taper to the bracelet? See how classy that is? And see the brushed parts on the top of the case? I just think that makes the fluting, it sets off the fluting and just looks really classy. You know, sometimes Rolex screws up models. The Submariner is a perfect example with the super case. Sometimes they take a wrong step and they screw things up. Let's see. What happened to this channel? It was down for too long, Craig. What are you talking about? This channel was never down. I don't know what you're talking about. Thoughts on the JLC Reverso? Yeah, I would pass. I think there are a lot of better options. A lot of better options. They're kind of cool, but yeah, I'm not a fan of square watches anyway. So yeah, I probably wouldn't go that direction. Okay, it's 6:15. So we're going to wrap up pretty soon. Your last video was a Shogun Japan diver from years back. Oh, what are you talking about? I've been doing videos constantly. I put videos up almost every day on my channel, either live streams or produced videos. I mean, almost every day. There are literally thousands of videos on my channel. Let's pull up my channel. Let's pull up my channel. Let's do a time check while I'm doing that. While I'm doing that, I'll pull up my channel. Okay. And here's my channel. And it's showing you there that we're live right now. And 38.7, 38,000 subscribers. If I click on About right here, okay, I joined in October of 2006. October of 2006. And how many videos do I have? If we search here, area cable. If I search area cable, right? Where's my... okay, here's the channel information. 3,766 videos. So 3,700 videos. All right? I mean, there's no shortage of videos on this channel. That's a lot of videos. And it looks like Trashy Larry got hit with a wrench. Trashy Larry got hit with the wrench. Oh, boy. And Trashy Larry was timed out. Oh, boy. We have an infiltrator coming in the house. An infiltrator coming in. Maybe he meant watch videos. Well, there's also a lot of watch videos on this channel, too. There's a lot of watch videos on this channel, too. But there's a lot of other videos. This isn't a watch channel. This is an everything channel. This is a whatever I want to talk about channel. But you have made some classics since then, like the Rolex Servicing Don't Do It, and Audrey, plus GS Snowflake Extreme Beauty. That SBGK006 has all gold on the dial. Doesn't the 002 have a blue second hand? Yes. Yes. Let's look at that. Let's pull up that picture. Let's pull it up. Well, it's hard to see in this. Yeah, it's hard to see in this. But yes, it is like a dark blue, like second hand, which I think is cool. I think it gives it just a little bit of fun pop to it. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. What else? I think we might be able to officially say that we've solved all the world's problems. All the world's problems may have been solved at this point. Let me know if there are any. And Trashy Larry was hidden by Cheetown, California. Cheetown, California came in and just smacked him right out of the ballpark. Durr's in the house. What did Trashy Larry say? I liked his screen name. Check again, please. Okay, so there's supposed to be an email. Let's see if we got another email. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. No emails. Nope. So, yeah, you might be sending it to the wrong email address. That's all I can say, because obviously I'm getting the day-date emails in. Wait, Craig. We can't leave yet. Derek in the house. Okay, well, what do you got? What questions do you have? There is more to discuss on the day-date. Okay, let me know what. Okay, let's go back. Let's try to find another day-date. Let's try to find one that is really super nice. Okay, let's do that. Let's find a super nice day-date that's affordable. And I don't want to go to the ones that are like 25 grand. I want to go to the super nice. Let's find a nice one that's affordable. Well, you know, that's nice. That's like a steel gray. That one in the center left. That almost looks like it's like almost like a steel gray color dial. That's kind of interesting. It also looks like it's got a lot of wear and tear on it, though. Just from that picture. Let's click on that one and see what that looks like. That's got a lot of stretch in that bracelet. You can see right from that picture. That's got a lot of stretch in that bracelet. Yeah, that puppy has been rode hard and put away wet. But I like that dial. It's kind of interesting. All right, so that puppy's been rode hard and put away wet. So we're not going to buy that one for sure. That's out of the running. You know, you probably have to go up to 14 or 15 grand to get a really nice day-date with a bracelet. You probably have to step up, folks. I hate to break the news. There might not be a lot of really good buys on day-dates anymore. Oh, this one's reserved? Somebody's reserved it? What the hell's that all about? Why do they take these pictures so far away? There's a closer one. Looks pretty good. Not terrible. Oh, a conventional clasp. That's cool. I do like that. Not hateful. That one's not hateful. It's got some stretch in that bracelet, though. I can tell you that right now. Up front. All right. I think you got to step up. Let's see here. What's for supper? Haven't gotten there yet. Something probably with a sweet potato for starters. We can't stop the show now, Lamont. Jackson hasn't signed on and said something stupid and typed in all caps yet. I still need a good laugh today and feel like using my wrench. That day-date is beat up. Yeah, that day-date has been a little bit, has been in some power meetings. I'll put it that way. That day-date has been out serving its previous owners. But I like to see watches that were actually out in service. See, that's the thing with a lot of day-dates is people actually bought them and wore them. Can you imagine that? They actually wore them every day, right? Now, some people bought them, like the one we saw initially in the show here, that Safe Queen. Some people bought a day-date and put it in the safe, but that's pretty rare. A lot of them got daily heavy use, and we're seeing evidence of that. They bought those puppies and they wore those puppies. 15 grand for a Steel Hulk or good condition 18238 gold day-date. Can't figure out which one is better value for the money there. Yeah, I think I would go for the day-date. Absolutely. Unless you get a day-date in a different language for cheaper. Might be a possibility. Durr's in the house. You can't touch a decent day-date for under 15K right now. And at 15K, you're going to get stuck with a crappy dial. Okay, let's go up in price. Let's challenge that. Let's see what we can find if we go up in price. Bum, 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 bum. Give me a minute here. Let's do a time check while I'm doing this. Because I don't mind going a few more minutes here. I don't mind going a few minutes. I'm actually cooking a fresh set of beans. They're in the slow cooker, and they're going to be ready at 6:30. So, but they'll stay warm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skip a couple pages here and get into a little bit higher price range. I'm going to get into a little bit higher price range and see what we can find. I'm going to go up to page 7. Okay, so here we are. Now we're up in around $11,000 range. Let's see what we shall see. Up in the $11,000 range. Okay, here's one right here from a verified dealer with an interesting dial. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Let's take a look at this puppy and see what we got. Don't like that photo. It's not a very clear photo. Oh, and it's only one photo. Jeez, I hate when idiots do that. What the heck? As if I'm going to buy that watch off of one photo. They can forget that. All right. This one's interesting. Let's keep going. I do like the white dial. Let's look at this one for fun. Let's look at this one. I like that dial. Bracelet doesn't look hateful. Looks reasonably tight from that shot. It is a hidden clasp, only 2 photos. It is a hidden clasp. I like that dial. So Durr, that would be a possibility at 11.5. Let's keep going. There's a blue dial with Roman numerals. I'm not a fan of the Roman numerals. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe you guys like it. But I do like that blue dial. But let's keep going. Another one with Roman numerals. There's a bark finish with a white dial and Roman numerals. Let's keep going. There's one with diamonds. I don't like that. I'd pass on that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's another bark finish one. That one looks in pretty good shape, though. There's another one. There's two of them right there together. Both bark finished, look to be in good shape. So those are possibilities. Let's look at this for fun. Let's look at this black dial one that's bark finish. One thing about the bark finish one is obviously it's different looking, right? But they're a cool watch. That's in pretty good shape too. So I think there are options at less than 15,000, the competitive options. Let's see if we can find something else. Let's go to page 8. There's no shortage of watches here. Oh, look at that one with the blue dial. That's interesting. Let's take a look at this. Whoa! That's getting very interesting, folks. Okay, Peanut Gallery. Let's take a look. Stunner alert. That's looking pretty good. Condition-wise, that's not looking hateful. Not looking hateful. A little bit of wear on that lug on the bottom right. A little bit. But not hateful at all. Let's see. Registered design 18038. Okay. It's the model number. Okay. Yeah, that watch might be correct. And it looks like it's got all the links. And then some. That's not hateful, folks. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Let's see here. Let's see. Lamont's in the house. Day-Date are just too cool to stuff in a box. David took off. Okay, so I like the look of the hidden clasp better, but I don't know about the differences between the two. Well, the conventional clasp, you can use the micro adjustments, so that's what's kind of cool about that. And it's just kind of different. I kind of like it. Day-Date are just too cool to stuff in a box. Thinking about those beans, what kind of deal can you get for the 9F GMT? Thinking of making a move. I would make a move sooner rather than later. They're getting to be short supply. I would call Steve, and he will definitely work with you. But there's a link in the description of this video, littletreasury.com. I would call him like ASAP because they're getting a little bit dicey to get, a little bit hard to get. Lamont's in the house. Yo, my dad lied. He's got Day-Date, just no Day-Date. Okay. Here's your opportunity to register. 18038 junk. Hey, I wore an 1803 for a couple of years. They're sweet. They're nice and trim on the wrist. They are a sweet piece. And mine was a little bit rough, but it still did the job. It was still a power watch. Trust me. It was a power watch back in the day. Lamont in the house. Cheesecake Factory closed. My dad takes me there 3 times a week. Uh-oh. What's wrong with the 18038? It doesn't have double quick set, but it's a hell of a nice piece. A hell of a nice piece. If you get one in good shape. Of course, I had one that was a little bit rough, and it was still amazing. It was amazing. Craig, how 8235 chocolate dial gives me a sweet tooth. Okay. He should bring you to the Planet Fitness instead, Lamont. Okay. Free pizzas and Tootsie Rolls. There you go. Jeepu, it's not a 118238. That's what's wrong with it. 1803 is old as dirt and thin clasp. hollow center links, and not a double quickset as far as I know. Correct, it's not a double quickset, but it's not that hard to set it. It's not that big a deal. Like I said, I wore one for a couple of years. It was fine. So, I mean, I would certainly rather wear something like that than a freaking sport watch, a steel sport watch. Are you kidding me? I mean, it would have a lot more wrist presence than that. So, you know, for the price point, I don't think you can beat it. I think a white dial with Romans looks very classy. It's an icon. There you go. Well, go for it. Does the 18038 get the Craig stamp of approval? Yeah, I wore one for a couple of years. I enjoyed it. It was very, very nice. Remember, they made those for years, various 1803 models, and they were the stalwart. They were the piece. Okay. Try your inbox again. Oh, jeez. This is the last time I'm going to check this, okay? All right, well, here's some new pictures. Here's some new pictures of the DAY-DATE. These look similar to the ones we just saw, though. Yeah, these aren't. Yeah, these are similar to what we just saw. Yeah, there's nothing. Let's see if there's anything else here. These are pretty much all the same pictures. What are you sending them over and over again? The same ones? We've already seen these pretty much. Okay, it's a good one. It's a stunner. It is a stunner. Where did I... Oh, did I lose the chrono? 24 tab. Time check. Time check. Where's the chrono 24 tab? How did I lose it? I got to close some more of these extra tabs. Give me a moment here to close some of these tabs. Oh, this is the Omega that somebody asked that I look at. That is a cool looking Omega dress watch. That's a cool looking piece if somebody wanted to go that direction. And let's see what's on these eBay tabs. Oh, there's a Seamaster 300. Let's close. Let's see what this tab is. There's a DAY-DATE. And that one's the one I think that Durr was interested in, that they're kind of asking too much money for. A little bit pricey on that one. And there we are back to that 1803. All right, let's see here. Try your inbox again. Okay, I just did. I tell him he needs to be active and take a drive once a day to get exercise. Take a drive. Sent. Okay. Just saw a Mint Hulk for $13,500 USD in Canada. Can you imagine? Let's see. Yeah, you must be sending those emails to the wrong email address, Lobby Lobster. So you can send it as many times as you want, but if you're sending it to the wrong email address, I'm not going to get it. Cheetown's in the house, $13,500 USD is still $4,000 over retail. Yeah. Craig, how many years ago did you wear your 18038? We're talking about a watch which was produced in the 70s. How many 50-year-old gold DAY-DATEs are in good shape and worth $11K? You got to be selective, obviously. Yeah, you got to get one that's in great shape, and it's going to be one that was a safe queen a lot of the time, probably. That's what you're going to have to look for. Mine was a 1966 model, and I bought it in about 1980, and I wore it for several years, and it was a lot of fun. And it had a lot of wear and tear on it. I got it pretty cheap for a DAY-DATE. I think I paid $2,200 for it at the time, which was still a lot of money back then. The DAY-DATEs were pretty popular back then. Yeah, I think you can probably buy them in good shape if you're selective now, if you find one that wasn't worn that much, right? I would give someone $3K for an 18038, melt it down, and make a CraigShip money clip out of it. I don't know if there's enough gold in there. Well, there is. There's probably an ounce of gold. Yeah. I was told at one point that most day-dates had about 2.5 ounces of gold in them, but I don't even know if they even have that much in them, to tell you the truth. So yeah, that'd be more than enough to make a money clip out of. My money clip's a little over an ounce. I think 1.1 ounce or something of gold. So yeah, I think you could definitely make a really good money clip out of it. The problem is the labor. These people charge a fair amount of money to make the money clip. Even if you bring them the gold, they still charge a fair amount of money, labor, just to make the money clip, which is disconcerting. It's kind of a shame. Megan's in the house. Weren't the Hulks a lot more over sticker? Did you ever meet a woman that was wearing a better watch than you had on? Not that I can remember. Not that I can remember. Megan says, Steve didn't answer at Little Treasury. Try him again. He'll answer. Sometimes, if he's on the phone with another client. No, they're not closed. I talked to him today. So, yeah, call him. Try again. He will talk to you. And you can also send an email to steve@littletreasury.com. But, yeah, he will answer the phone. Those are new ones in the front of some art. Anyways, I enjoyed the show. Thanks for sharing my stunner. Please be well, and I look forward to following you. Okay, there you go. Well, thank you, and you got a stunner there. All right, we're going to wrap this puppy up. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been real, for sure. It has been real, and I've got to get my app up here so that I can stop this broadcast. Make sure that you click subscribe and click the little bell so that you will get notifications.